Evening guys, Borjo here. I've decided to actually go back and revisit Vanguard recently. No real reason, just the fact that the few subscribers that I do have requested more Vanguard stuff, and it's only fair seeing as I only really went 2 parts on my Vanguard coverage. So this will be the start of a new Let's Play for Vanguard, which actually will have a structure, seeing as I'm doing the Trial of the Isle on the Isle of Dawn. So it has an end state. I probably will cover crafting and diplomacy, but only after I've done the main levelling, as crafting and diplomacy is not something which I'm a big fan of. I'm not the best crafter in the world, and card games aren't my thing, but at the end of the day it's a very good crafting system, I must admit, and the diplomacy is just another facet of gameplay which most people may have never seen anything like it before, so it's worth a look. So all I've done is I've rolled up a new character on the Telon server, which is pretty much the only server there is at the moment. There is an EU server as well, but it's really low population. And what I've done is I've just made myself a little Raki, little dog person, and I've made a Disciple, which is a character class I've never played before, but I imagine from what I've read it's quite good for soloing, since I have recently just finished this whole Trial of the Isle on a Scion assist, and yeah, I was getting my butt handed to me in the final temple, so I thought if I go with a Disciple, I might have an easy job of it. So just for info, I am running everything on high, on the max, highest quality. I don't have a widescreen monitor, guys, so I'm running 1280 1024, highest quality, ultra high, 60 times anti-ultra, and it's there, that word there, yeah, tongue twister. So I've got everything on the highest, including shadows, and it runs stable. It runs, although he says it runs stable right now, getting like 10 frames. I have no idea why that is. It was running fine a second ago. Wow. In fact, it's... oh, there we go. It's all of a sudden it's fine again. There we go. No idea. So there we are. So what we'll do is we'll start. There's the only real option you can turn on and off if you want to, guys. If you go in your settings, under interface, you can turn off your helmet. Oh, under character, sorry. Hide my helmet. I would attempt doing a very poor like Eastern accent, but I won't bother. Yeah, I'll probably keep it off. So let's go. Although it is randomly lagging, which is a bit weird. There are still bugs in the game. You've got to think this game is fairly old. It was sort of abandoned by Sony, but I must admit they've picked it up quite recently, and they're looking at doing improvements. There's even a patch on the test server at the moment. It's going to speed up levelling a little bit. If you've seen any of my other Vanguard videos, then you already know that these are the quest icons to turn in. What I'm probably going to do is, yeah, I will read through the quests, since, you know, it gives you a bit of the story of the area. Yes, I will do wonders, of course I will. Yeah, the main enemy in this one so far is some hobgoblins to start with. Sorry about my voice, by the way. If you've been watching my Star Wars videos, my headset broke. I was using a Turtle Beach P11, which is actually a PlayStation headset, and it decided to stop working. The microphone still works, but I can't hear anything through the actual headset itself, which is a bit of a problem. It basically means I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear my commentary, couldn't hear gameplay, couldn't hear anything, so I wasn't sure whether the sound was too loud, my voice was too quiet, so I've had to go for a different headset. And on top of that, I'm just getting the flu, so even better than that, I sound ill. Ooh. Something's happening to the warriors. This is a pretty good tutorial area. I'm not a huge fan of Eastern architecture, which is why I never really played on any of the... I played on Thestra, which is the continent I played on. There's 3 continents, I'm trying to remember the name of them. Kalia, Thestra and Kojan, and I think Kojan is the sort of Eastern inspired one, and it just doesn't do anything for me. If it's Kalia, I'm very sorry, guys. For you long-term Vanguard players, my highest character is 26, and it's a warrior, which is even worse. They're rubbish, apparently. Right, this here is a quest for a diplomacy mission. I'm going to skip that. First thing I will point out, though, despite being a very old game, I still think this game is bloody gorgeous. The sky, the trees in the distance, the ground itself, that is high quality ground right there. I'm just hope that when I compress this properly it will come out as HD. We'll soon find out. Right, so my quest is to go to speak to Veteran Sixfish, who's up here. So we will go and chat to this dude in the long grass. Oh yeah, I've got all the grass effects on. I mean, yeah, it looks good.
Did you drink well last night?
More muscle. I'm a little dog. test my skills. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and kill these potato podlings, is what I call them. They're called Guitaro, but they look like potato. And he also has to collect some seeds. Now, every MMO will have the kill and collect quests. Right, the kill quest is for these things. Look, these little tadpole-looking things. Yellow con, obviously, means they're not going to attack me. Or yellow, yeah. If you click on them and press I on your keyboard, what you get is you get a quick inspect. A bit like the old original EverQuest and things like that. People have been calling this the last great MMO, believe it or not, the last real MMO. With all the dumbing down that there is in games at the moment, they've sort of taken this one on board and realised that, you know, sometimes we do want a real MMO, and I must admit there's more players coming back. Let me just do a hoon right now, see how many people are on this trial. There's 17 in the newbie area, which isn't that bad when you've got to think, yeah, it's prime time for Europe-ish at the moment. It's 10 to 9 at night. But the US, where this server is located, you know, people are still kicking about their days at the moment, so there's plenty of time. I mean, I had 30 on earlier. I've even managed to get a group earlier on to do the final temple. One bad thing, though, my round trip, I've got over 200 MS since it is to the US. However, I don't find it lags that much. Observe. I'm going to click just so you can see the MS. This is a melee attack, but I can do it from range. Right, here we go. So it wasn't that bad, actually. And we click again. It's even easier with a heal. If you've seen my other Vanguard videos, you know about the targeting system, but what I've done there is I've pressed F1 and I get a defensive target and you get an offensive target. Also, although this thing is quite annoying because you can't really put it anywhere, if I put it there. Down here, if you get any extra ads, I will demonstrate now real quick. There we go. So I'm attacking these two, but it shows you not only what's on you, but what direction it is with a little arrow, how far away with a number, and who it's actually attacking with the target. So it's an easy way for tanks to identify any ads that are running loose, anything extra on any member of the party. I think it's a very good thing. Right, well, looting is your typical fair right-click. There's no AoE loot in this, which is fine, because we weren't used to it until Rift came out anyway. All I'm going to do is keep hammering oh, I'm out of endurance. But I dinged. Right, these are the helpful, just here, these are the helpful tutorial tips will tell you about stuff. Basically, every odd level you get new skills. The mechanic for this particular class is they have power, endurance, and also Jin, which does some of their abilities. Now, I build Jin by doing this thing, but I've got no Jin spenders, so think of it as rage. And another random leg spike. Well, that Fraps is running. I've been playing all day without Fraps on, at about 60 frames a second. Not even about, but right now, I don't know if it's because Fraps is writing to one of my slow hard drives. Most likely is. Oh, this is not a good performance shown for the game. The game doesn't run like this with Fraps on normally. It normally runs a lot faster, but we'll make do. If I have to turn the graphics down, I will. I mean, I'm stood still now, watching my Fraps icon. It just spiked up to 40 before it's come back down to 30 again. Might have to do something about that. It's my own fault. If I'm going to really make these videos seriously, I'm going to have to get a separate hard drive for games, probably a solid state for games, and I will write to the 7200 RPM 1TB drive, which is what I've got in there at the moment. Oh, I'm actually killing these when I don't need to, so let's just finish this off. Oh, there we go. My heal spell, which is this one. If I click it while targeting the mob, oh, it's instant. Oh! It heals me. Heals your defensive target. So as a disciple, if you're in a group, feel free to target the mob and start going smashy smashy. As long as you've got the tank targeted as your defensive, you're still going to heal him when you click your heals. Which I think is a very good system. Hopefully the heals will be big enough that I'll be able to solo things. I mean, the Scion assist is amazing, and I think I'm actually going to play that class a little bit more, level it up, since I finished the island with it. It's just, you have to be very careful with the casters. The difficulty on this game is extremely high. You aren't going to have your handheld really in this game at all. The small things you've put in, like you've got, yeah, the marker on the compass up the top here to show you which way your quest turn in is, or whatever you've got marked on the quest. If I put my quest log, I got Veteran 6 fish marked. If I turn it off, it disappears from the compass. Some quests don't have that on there, so you've got to read the quest text to figure out where you're going. But yeah, the difficulty will kick you in the nads. As a caster, anything touches me, I'm pretty much dead, whether it's a 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, whatever. 1 dots will kill me. Hopefully this won't be too bad. And I'm not going to read the quests now, as I have read them loads, but the story is pretty good. I'll explain the story as we go along. I got some gear there, so in my backpack I got some sleeves, which gives me dex, vitality and energy. Unlike other games again, all the stats are useful. So you're going to have to read through and see what they do. I mean, strength gives me weapon damage, which is good. Constitution's hit points. Dex does a whole lot of stuff. It is, yeah, your defensive, your chance to crit with melee, I think it is. Yep, and range damage bonus. Your vitality to hit points. And your regen, your intelligence is your spell damage. I'm not sure whether this class gets spells, so I don't know whether we need to invest in that. Wisdom is your spell, critical hit and energy. Effects heal, so maybe I do need some of that. And armor class, and these are all the resistances. Look at them! How many games have you seen recently where there's 9 resistances again? And not just 9, you've then got mitigation against rampage and flurry. I haven't encountered any of that yet. Flurry is what I imagine is in other games. Rampage sounds amazing, sounds fun. Need some rampage mitigation. Never mind, eh? Let's equip it. Right click as normal, go straight on. And that's that. So, quest number 2, go train. The trainers are down the hill. Ah, the shadows are wonderful in this. I mean, although, to be fair, my shadows probably should be coming out the back now, if that was actually a light source. But, hey, small things. The game still looks amazing, and runs really well now. The biggest thing for me, although it's probably going to lag when I show you, when I used to have my old PC and when this first came out, when I was beta testing it, opening doors, I don't know what is wrong with opening doors, but it used to lag me silly, and I used to, if I click the door, look, nice and smooth now, and it opens up, although, yeah, if I was opening a door and running through it, I would lag off the platform. Oh yeah, that's something funny as well. If you get too close to a door, you can see your teeth and your eyes and stuff. Well, there's my teeth, although they've gone. Let's just run out. Right, go and train. As you used to, training costs money. Talk to your trainer. Just turn in the quest first. Get me a free sword. Get me a quest to go back. Right, to teach me. So, you can see all your abilities up to level 10 here. I've now got Blessed Wind, which sounds very dodgy, but weapon damage, and also heals the defensive target, and increases Jin. Wow, what's the cooldown on that? Refreshes 6 seconds, so, yep. I'm going to turn off these tips. Apparently it's a dot. It just said I've got a damage over time, is it? Nope, it's not. Oh, it's a hot, the heal over time effect on it. So, if I keep myself as defensive target... Does it cost Jin? No, I've got to hit something though, so I can't just cast it on myself. As we run through, I'll show you that again, really quick. Well, I have actually picked that quest up. This is the diplomacy mission, so yeah, let's skip that off. Veteran 6 fish again, good name. Right, so he wants us to kill marsh dwellers now, and we've got to get the family tools. The family tools are very easy to find. As you round the top of the mountain, there's a hut. There's a little hut here, and they're literally just next to the bed. You can see them glowing from here if you look carefully. There's the icon. So we'll run in and we'll harvest those. Yeah. Right, other thing we need to do is we have a quest now to spray some things. So this is the spray, just put it on your bar. As always, you're used to this sort of thing if you're an MMO player at all. You've been doing this. Now, what we need to kill the marsh dwellers. So let's try this new attack thing with a heal. Wow. Oh, that actually heals quite well. Although, there we go. Oh, they seem to have a lot of hit points. There we go. And what we need to do is we need to use the spray on the mature potato people over there. So, I'm out of endurance. Endurance does regen fairly quickly, so it's just a case of waiting a little bit. It's not like once you're out of endurance you're stuck like some games I've played before. Although, you know, what you can do when you're out of combat, you've got some food, eat your food as normal. What I'll do is I'll actually put those on the bar. And what is that? A mature potato. Let's get him. Right, so all you do, spray him with the stuff. You can run around while you do it, makes no difference, because of course there is moving and casting in this game. Not that I can show you on this particular character. But if you go and watch my start of my original Let's Play, which probably won't get finished now, guys, I must admit. For one, there would be no end point, so it's quite hard to finish it off. If I was doing a long play, then fair enough, but I'm not. But yeah, go and have a look at that one of my druid. If you just type in Vanguard SOH, it's pretty much the first hit on YouTube. And what you'll find is you can see the move and cast mechanic in there. I'm just hoping that this video comes out properly. I do have something set up in Sony Vegas that when I'm not filming in 1280 by 720, it still comes out as HD 720p. Obviously, if I could play this in a widescreen resolution, it would just look squashed on my screen and then stretched back on yours, but I'm sure you can make do with black bars down the sides instead of top and bottom. Yeah, somebody's going to have black bars somewhere, so fair enough. I will stomp up and get a widescreen monitor eventually, guys. As long as you keep watching my videos, I'll keep making them and I'll get a widescreen monitor. Make them a bit better for you. Right, I probably should have sat down, but I'm too busy lagging as I run at that. That's a very good heal over time, I like it. Let's wait and get it up again. There we go. Very cool of spell effects. I mean, I like the sword. This class is basically a two-handed using healing class. A bit like, say, a warrior priest from Warhammer Online. But of course, this game was released a long time before Warhammer Online was. I still regret not actually playing this too much, not playing this enough, but at the time my PC was a bit knackered and old. It's only now it can really do it justice. The one bugbear that I've got, this is the default UI, by the way, guys. You can get new UIs for this. Damage meters, all that good stuff that you're used to, but I might as well, if you're doing a Let's Play, use the default stuff. The only thing that puts me off is the font around things' names. It just looks so basic. It really needs to get an update. I was trying to find a UI mod to update this, and I couldn't find one. Even if they just put a shadow around it, it would look miles better. It looks so unfinished. But that's a personal thing. Some people might really like it. I've got the scrolling combat text on, which has got shadows on. Even if it was this font, it's a bit blurry, so even if they made it this font but higher def, then that's fine. But just no shadows, it looks horrible. Right, well, we're nearly there. There we go. And we've hit level 3, which means nothing. Level 3 just means I've hit level 3. No new skills. Or anything like that. So, right, we need to turn in, so if I follow the red thing, I'll actually run the right way. What I'm probably going to do on this one, guys, as well, is I'm not going to announce every part, i.e. when I come on to, hi guys, it's Borgio, just due to the fact that I'm probably going to play this in mostly in one sitting as I lag past a tree there. So if I play it in one sitting, I'm just going to have to split the parts as best. So just what I'll do is I'll either put an annotation to the next video, or just hit subscribe and it'll pop up in your window when the new one comes out. But by filming it all in one go, at least I can then make them all in one part and upload a part a day or a part every couple of days. Since my upload speed's not great, we're not on anything decent connection here, and it takes me pretty much all night to upload a 20-minute clip. Not ideal, but the area we're in, we can't get anything better.